What the? That is actually kind of insane. Look at the inspect on this. So this variant is actually game changing. When you buy this variant, all right, and welcome back, guys. I did not expect this today, but they added an insane new Mastercraft bundle, the Cold War and Warzone. As you can see here, you get the SWAT Master XM4 variant, and this just off the bat reminds me almost of straight up a Wonder Weapon. Kind of looks like the Wonder Waff a little bit with the front you got here. And on top of that, you get a variant for the Bulldog, which also actually just looks freaking insane. And both of these get a lightning effect on them. I'm wondering if, just like the Dragon Mastercraft, if you spawn in with kind of pseudo dead wire using these, and what I mean by pseudo dead wire, if you use the Dragon Krieg variant and you spawn in with that, you get a cryo freeze like effect. It doesn't do, you know, the spreading effect and killing zombies, but it actually does deal the additional damage to anything weak to cryo freeze. And if that works like this, when this spawns in, this by itself without doing anything is going to deal additional damage to anything weak to dead wire, which that would be kind of the Megatons and stuff like that. So if that's the case, that's honestly going to be pretty freaking crazy, and I cannot wait to see what this looks like with Diamond, DM Ultra, and Dark Aether. I feel like this is going to be an insane looking weapon. But before we get into that, on top of this, you get a Bug Zapper Charm. You also get a pretty cool looking calling card. I'm probably never going to use this, but hey, if you do want a cool animated calling card, comes with that. Comes with an emblem, comes with an okay sticker, once again not something I'm going to use, and it comes with a Fly Zone reticle. Oh my god, I will never use that. That looks like a nightmare to use. Yeah, big no on that. So the only two things I'm ever going to use out of this bundle, obviously this XM4 with the lightning and this Bulldog variant. With that being said, let's go ahead and go into this. So first off, we're going to start off in zombies, test out this electric effect and see if it does deal additional damage to Megatons. Let's waste money on another bundle in this game. So there we go. It's purchased, no going back now. Let's go ahead, equip this bad boy, and let's hop in to D-Machine. All right, boys, so now we're in game with it. We're not rocking any skin on it just because I want to show it in its base form. And the what the? That is actually kind of insane. Look at the inspect on this. You mess with the battery a little bit, and then you touch the front, and zzz, and it zaps you. That is freaking crazy. And this weapon, I actually did put all of the best attachments on to use ARs and zombies. And as you can still see, the weapon looks really good. Unlike the Krieg, when you change the variants, it kind of messes it up. This right now is rocking every single attachment you'd want to be rocking on in zombies for the best performance. And it still looks really good. Dang, look at that effect on the front, dude. This is gonna look so good with DM Ultra, I think. If you get that lightning effect on the front with DM Ultra, that's gonna be ridiculous. And as you can see on the bottom of the screen, it does have that dead wire kind of icon down there, meaning this probably is gonna work just like the Dragon variant. You can see we're doing some electric stuff when we shoot zombies. That is just a visual effect. That actually is not doing any extra damage to zombies. But I do have a feeling, since we see this electrical icon down here, it is only going to allow us to put dead wire on this variant, which is not a bad thing. Dead wire is very strong, but if you're trying to use this to grind headshots, you want to put cryo freeze on it. Not going to be an option with this variant, at least I think as of now. I think it is a little unfortunate that when you have weapons like this, it doesn't try to apply the Pack-a-Punch camo. If we go and Pack-a-Punch this, I'm pretty sure you're not going to see any difference, because with any sort of Mastercraft weapon, it doesn't put the Pack-a-Punch camo on it, which I think it should try, because honestly, you get really cool combinations with DM Ultra and Dark Aether on these Mastercraft weapons. Could you imagine if you could put the Pack-a-Punch camo on the Dragon Krieg? That would be insane. This weapon would also look insane if we were able to put the Pack-a-Punch camo on it. I think it'd look really freaking sleek, but unfortunately not an option right now. But with that being said, let's go ahead, get some points, and let's see if it allows us to put, you know, any sort of ammo mod on here, and if it is doing that additional damage to the Megaton. All right, well, we got Pack-a-Punch on, so we can go ahead and test a few of the things here. So if we go here to the ammo mods, as you can see, dead wire is the only option. All of the other ones are locked, so that is a theme we got going on here. And obviously we just packed it, and as you can see, it doesn't actually put the Pack-a-Punch camo on. We knew that, which that is definitely their intention here. Originally, when we started testing out the Dragon, I thought it was potentially bugged. So any sort of Mastercraft or variant that comes with some sort of shooting effect, you know, that is either like electric, fire, or ice, anything like that is going to be locked in zombies to only have that one single element type here. So if you want to buy this weapon, keep in mind, you are only going to be able to apply dead wire to it, period. That is the only option. Oh, and here we go. We do have the Megaton spawned in. Let's see if it does additional damage. And yeah, you can see that little electricity effect there. So this weapon is doing more damage to the Megaton. Dude, look at how quickly it's annihilating too. So this variant is actually game changing. When you buy this variant, it works differently in zombies than the normal XM4. As you can see here, we're able to do additional damage to the Megaton. And dude, we're just annihilating this thing. For on maps like this, like, this is a really good weapon to spawn in with on D Machine, because you can see we already, without having to buy anything, have those dead wire effects and whatnot. And let me clarify what I mean by game changing. I don't mean game changing in the sense like, oh, this is game changing, this is super OP. I wouldn't really consider it OP, and I'm not quite sure if I would consider this pay to win or not. Would you guys consider a variant that, you know, you got to spend 20 bucks on, but if you spend the 20 bucks, you're able to use this weapon, spawn in game, and do additional damage to kind of anything weak to electricity effect. And honestly, the best use case I can think of this is when you're playing Outbreak, you know, spawn in with the pump action shotgun. And if you're lucky enough to get, you know, the XM4 out of the box or from a drop, all you have to do is press escape, go to apply blueprint, and click on this variant, and you'll now have this variant without spawning in with it. And then with that, now in Outbreak, you're going to have a secondary weapon that you can do additional damage to any boss weak to that effect. So anything weak to cryo, you're going to be able to do now, and anything weak to electricity, you're going to be able to just apply this weapon skin mid-game and do that extra damage. So I don't know. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Do you guys consider that pay to win? Do you guys think paying that 20 bucks, being able to do additional damage to, you know, bosses that are weak to that elemental effect without having to do anything, would you consider that pay to win in your mind? I don't know myself. I don't really have a judgment on it yet. I got to do a little bit more thinking. All right, boys, but now we're in Outbreak, and we are using the Bullfrog variant that came with the bundle. As you can see on the bottom left, it also has the dead wire, kind of pseudo dead wire effect that gives you the visual effects. And if we were to find, you know, a mega or anything that was weak to dead wire, we would be doing that extra damage, and that extra damage does do quite a bit. We are rocking it with the DM Ultra camo. I do plan on uploading a video later today showing both of the variants with every single mastery camo in both multiplayer and zombies, and then hopping into Warzone, showing, you know, the same camos off, showing you the Warzone version of it. I didn't want to add that into the end of this video because this video is already going to be fairly long, and I know last time I did that, there were a lot of people who just wanted the camo comparisons and didn't like that I kind of put it in at the end of a zombie showcase video. So another question I want to ask you guys, do you guys, when I do these videos kind of showing these bundle reviews, do you want me to kind of group both the, you know, showing off the camos and showing it off in zombies into one video, or do you want me to separate it into two separate videos like we're doing today? As of recording this part of the video, I haven't finished all of the camo testing, but I can say the XM4 looks really freaking good with DM Ultra, and it looks really good with Dark Aether. And after this, I'm going to work really hard to get that video out for you guys later today, because I'm sure a lot of you guys would like to see what these look like with all the different mastery camos to see if it's worth buying for yourself. And as it stands for the pay to win comment, I know a lot of people are going to be like, of course it's pay to win, it changes game settings, but the only reason I'm hesitant to say that is because where zombies has been in the past. If you guys played Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, you know Gobblegums, where you could straight up kind of get the loot packs for Gobblegums. Those are pretty crazy pay to win. I mean, you're talking about spending money, getting, you know, skipping rounds, getting every perk in the game on round one, and a bunch of stuff like that. So I have a hard time calling a variant that you pay 20 bucks for, spawning in with an element mod that costs 2,000 points in game. I kind of find a hard time calling that pay to win. I can see a lot of people who are going to be immediately like, oh, yeah, it's super pay to win, but I'm kind of torn. I can see how obviously it does change up gameplay, and if you buy it, you are at a better advantage at someone who hasn't bought it. But I think it's pretty obvious that it's nowhere near as pay to win as places zombies has been in the past, because Black Ops 3, especially with how much money you could spend on Gobblegums, and I mean, you change up the entire gameplay. You'd be able to buy the box a bunch of extra times. You'd be able to, I mean, having all perks on maps where the only way to get all perks were by buying a, you know, a premium Gobblegum or something like that. And one other quick thing to note, I know a lot of people noticed in my other video where it's like, oh, why would you buy that? It locks you down to one ammo mod. But now that we can switch blueprints, all you have to do is go to a different Bullfrog variant, and look at that. We can now go ahead and put on any single ammo mod we want. So now that you can apply blueprints on any weapon at any point in time, you're able to just swap the variant to a different one and put whatever ammo mod you want. So we started this game off with the Bullfrog that only allows dead wire, but we have cryo freeze and it works. As you can see here, we're activating cryo freeze. Zombies slowing down, so no, at no point in time are you locked to any specific ammo mod. You can switch at any point in time, use whatever you want, and it's not that big of a deal now that we've got this new feature. Obviously, when I made my last video, this feature wasn't in the game, so we didn't talk about it, but now it is easy, something you can do and use whatever you want. But yeah, that's probably a pretty good spot to go ahead and end this. So in future videos, do you guys want to see all of this kind of culminated into one video where it's me showing it off in zombies and at the same time showing off all of the camos in one giant video, or would you rather me kind of do them separate like we're doing today? And on top of that, do you think these new variants are pay to win with the additional effects they give you in game? But I definitely appreciate it if you've made it all the way to this point in the video, and I'm going to see you guys later today. Peace.